All right, we're gonna give this a go with this new tip. Man, that thing is toasty in there. Like I almost have to get upright on it. Really just trying to move, look here, different size circles within my border, trying to go up to the border wall. Oh yeah, definitely going to use this tip on the pistol. I can already tell it's getting a ton of texture. You know, it's not perfectly symmetrical, but that doesn't really bother me. It's not checkering. I mean, this is for function, not... I mean, you want it to be aesthetically pleasing, but this is for function first and foremost, is really the only reason why you're stippling, right? So I can tell just by the height on these little circles that I'm going to get good grip, right? But when I sand this down ever so slightly to knock off the edges that are too high, I feel like it's really going to... it'll give it a more aesthetically pleasing look. So I'm going to keep on, adjust my grip. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Trying to get, you know, I wonder what would happen if I swap this tip out and use that straight edge tip to clean out those borders. Let's give that a try. So this is the one that came out the best, is that weird freeform shape, and I use the second tip in here. It's one of the ones that can produce the round dots, and just kind of went at it. I mean, it provides, you know, this is a flat piece, so it's kind of hard to get a great grip on it, but just from, that's a lot of texture there. And then I buffed it down with a polishing wheel just a little bit, but you know, I tried sanding on some of these to see if they would help the finish at all, and I mean, it smeared them, so I don't know if that was too aggressive or what. And then I'm still not a fan of whatever that first bit was. It almost looks like cheetah print, which I freaking hate. So definitely not going to use that again. I'm going to try to stick to this, and then we'll see how it comes out. I mean, this already has a really good border on it, so I'm going to do my best to preserve it, sand down, and then kind of lightly recut that border in. Number one, because it's already there. Number two, because it's deep. You know, if I went chasing after this border, I just don't feel like it would come out well. If I went chasing after that border, I'd be knocking off so much grip. I'm going to start first with one of these side panels, and then kind of go after it from there. So I like it's already got an undercut on the trigger guard, which was talked about in this week's lecture, having that undercut, especially compared to like older gen Glocks, like the actual Glock 3s. A lot of people complain about getting pinched there, and I can see that, especially because it's got the single finger groove, but I've never really shot Glocks too much, so it's not an issue that I've run into, but I can see how it could potentially happen, so make it to work. Yeah, sure, fine. Alright, so I'm on to step 3. I'm going to quickly articulate the process of everything I went through. First thing I did, make sure that the weapon was unloaded. I actually took it apart inside my house and left all the magazines and everything in the safe, because I've actually been carrying this for a few days now. Made the weapon safe, brought it out here, disassembled it, got it down to the lower, and then started working on stippling those sheets, and cut out 3 panels, 3 different borders, and stippled it in. Just really figuring out pressure and how long, and using this tool, Weller tool, to see how long it was going to take to really make good indentions. And excuse me, sorry about that. Then I moved on to sanding down the frame. So, I sanded everywhere that had a border, and then I went in with my Dremel and put that 106 bit in and recut those borders. Sorry about that. Recut those borders and made them a little deeper so that I could get those dots right up against the border. And I like how it came out. Like I said, I kept the borders that were on the PSA Dagger to begin with, and then I kind of freehanded, and I cut down on the trigger guard, and you see all that on the video. Cut it down to where it's smoother, and just took some of the bulk off of it and narrowed it just slightly. Then I stippled all over the entire trigger guard, as well as up by the slide release, or I'm sorry, the takedown lever. So it's different. I'm definitely prepared to do this on other firearms. I'll probably do it to my SIG 320 next, and then my wife's Glock 43. The SIG mainly because it's already got a border, so I can deepen it just like I did with this one, and then deepen it like I did with this one, and then apply the internal layer again to it with all the dots. I'll probably get some different plastic sheets to try out different heads, but the dots work just fine for me. I mean, this thing is super grippy. I mean, it's not going anywhere. I've definitely got a firm hand on it. I've got my trigger finger up here indexed on this takedown lever, and then I can drop down into the trigger guard easily. Like I said, it's different. Definitely could do this work again. If something's super symmetrical, if someone's going for aesthetic look, I'll probably use the laser engraver just because we've got it, so I might as well. But if it's something more like this, freehanding it came in really handy too. So we'll see. Thank you.